Hello friends, it's Dansmark here from Other Miniatures, and today I'm just doing a little bit of a what's on the table video. I know for a while I haven't really posted anything for Wednesdays and Fridays. I've been a little bit burnt out, and my mental health got a little bit of a hit as well. I'm trying to get back to normal, but yeah, it's just one of those situations. I'm still, having my minimum cost Mondays coming up, and I do have a couple of videos in the pipeline for the starships. But yeah, even with that, I still, kind of mess about with the miniatures. So recently I built a full squad of Cadians, but that's a different videos that I'm still working on. I still have to do the paint job on them. But from those Cadians, I have a lot of spare pieces, and I was just like, oh, maybe I'm gonna do video, maybe not. And obviously, with me and making videos, it kind of didn't work out. But let me just show you what I did from them. So I used the bodies of the agrofragilants from the old world. And as you can see, this is the body of the agrofragilant plus the head plus the arm with the torch. And this guy is carrying a flamer, so I use the arm from the unit and the flamer. But yeah, so like it should be held in here, with another arm. There should be a handle, but I wanted to show him as a pyromaniac of a kind. So he have a torch to light his flamer, and he have a flaming head as well. The entire brazier on his head, which is kind of a cool thing for the pyromaniac. Yeah, and I made a unit of 10 of them, so I basically just used up almost every single piece of weaponry that was there. So the next thing, I have a guy with the, I think it is multi-melta, or a melta gun. Yeah, and this one is very simple. I just use both arms from the melta guy, and I use the head from the agrofragilant, body from the agrofragilant. Not really much of fancy stuff, but the simple kind of fanatic guys to add to my what do you call them, my penal legion. As you can see, I have magnets on the bottom, so they actually are going into the magnetized trays. And I didn't use a lot of special weapons on the unit, so I got the guy with the grenade launcher. Yeah, again, both arms for the grenade launcher, agrofragilant head, and the belt of grenades, just to have spares. I think that belt was supposed to be hanging like on the chest or something, but it was working better as a belt in here, so that was my idea. Who is next? We have like guy who have a little bit of a captain feel to it. So I have the spare shovel in here, so I added the shovel. He have a pistol arm from the Cadians, and then the rest is agrofragilant pieces. So we have the flame, the torch hand, and the other one of those, kind of bounded mouth guys. And there is a lot of open heads and a lot of skin, which I'm gonna suck at painting. Then I started messing about that I have a guy throwing a grenade, so both arms are actually from the Cadians. I use the agrofragilant head, agrofragilant body. In here, the hand, I have to use a little bit of a sprue goop to actually connect it, because that arm wasn't actually belonging to this last gun. And we have a last pistol on his hip as well. So that's already 5. We are halfway through this. Then I was messing about with this guy, so I just gave him last gun. Again, both of the arms are from Cadian set. Then you have agrofragilant body and agrofragilant head. A very simple kit bash, not really much to do, nothing fancy. We have a kind of an officer guy. So he have a agrofragilant body and the head. Then I put the Cadian helmet, Cadian backpack. Both arms are from Cadian officer. So he have a last pistol and the chainsword. Yeah, of course he have the, what do you call it, the caged head. So that helmet is kind of, and would look kind of interesting if I put the helmet on top of his head. But yeah. And then I started, thinking, oh, what if they scavenge more of the equipment from Cadians? Yeah, so we have Agrofraginant body, but I cut out the collar on his neck, and I cut the neck from the Cadian head, and I just added the head in here. We have another one. That one was actually having a hand holding this underneath the last gun, but because I didn't have more arms, on the other side I gave him a mace, and I clean up the hand from this last gun. So that's the guy number 8. Guy number 9, the same kind of story. Cut out the neck on head and the kind of collar on the body. Use the Agrofraginant body, gave him the bell arm, and clean up the fingers, the palm of a hand from this gun. So he isn't looking like, they don't look too awkward, yeah. And the last one, he doesn't actually have any kind of pistol in his hand, but I think that he actually turned out very decently. So we have the Agrofraginant body. I cut off the collar, I cut off the neck from the Mini. I use the pointing arm from the Cadians, I use the mace from Agrofraginant, and I use one of those remaining glass guns that I have on his back. He's actually looking in the direction that he's pointing, which is kind of nice. And he turned out very well. So there we go. That's what I've been messing about for last couple of days. Yeah, well, that was one evening, to be absolutely honest. But I am, I'm in the process of editing a couple of videos. I'm trying to make them a little bit better. So, I did put some primer on this monstrosity. Yeah. And I have another one sitting just in here that I started painting. Yeah, I'm not that much into Tyranids. Yeah, so that's the problem, that I never can figure out what kind of color scheme I want to do. And I have this one, which is with the video for it is coming up soon. Yeah, but I just need to edit it, and yeah, I started finally to do putting some colors onto the entire Penal Legion. Yeah, I have this problem that I tend to start a big bunch of minis, and then I get burned out in the middle and I never finish them. So my idea is basically finish a unit of 10. Yeah, and like paint job, like I said, for me painting is the most painful part of the process. Yeah, so I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible, but I don't think it's going to be avoidable for much longer, because right now I'm just stalling. I feel like I'm stalling with all of my processes, all of my videos, and I need to get back into the horse and get to painting, because we have a ton of minis to be painted. Like I have so many armies that I started, I never finished. I think that the only army that I ever finished was my Tau army, and I sold it like 10 years ago. Yeah, so I want to do this entire Penal Legion, correctly. I want to do it. I want to finally have something finished. So we're gonna be probably working on those guys. Well, I'm not gonna probably make a video on that. I'm just gonna paint them and then show you how they turn out. Hopefully that's gonna work out. Yeah. And yeah, like I have, I have this artillery unit. It is standing to the side, but it is covered with other stuff, so I don't gonna be grabbing it. But I'm working on the crew for it as well, trying to figure out how to make a crew. There's gonna be a lot of little kind of things, because this big boy, yep, again we're gonna come back to him. He have a open hatch in here, and I'm thinking about using this Goliath body as the tank commander. Yeah, but that's gonna be like a separate video that I'm gonna be making him into tank commander. It is a choice between this guy or maybe one of the enforcers. Yeah, so that's the other thing that I'm considering doing soon enough. Yeah, but first we need to finish editing this video, and that is another big thing. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for wasting your time on this video. And everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.